What? Whale.
Honestly, just oh my god, my head.
Vigor
Like
is a
my shit
horrible
actually
game.
hurts. I got so upset my shit actually hurts.
Vigor is a very selective game.
Like, honestly, I guarantee you some fucking Fortnite kid could jump in there and do better than I can.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that's how much that fucking hurts.
Maybe you should get a mod.
Dude, even if I get a mod, I'm not gonna be good.
Anti-recoil.
I just... Aw, damn it. Dude, I can anti-recoil everything in my fucking existence and have nothing.
Okay. I can't really say anything after that.
Am I doing that thing again?
What?
The thing?
What? Where nobody likes you?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but I'm used to it. I mean, I do that shit too.
No, that's not what I was really asking. I was asking if I was doing that fucking weird cow shit again. What do you mean?
Oh, just complain. It's just, we're complainers, you know what I mean?
Well, fucking everything, dude. Everything seems to be going fucking awry when we're trying to do something. I mean, these guys don't understand because they'll fucking run in and get domed and be like, yeah, I kinda suck. I was never really good to begin with. And then they'll fucking beam my shit and be like, yeah, well, I'm better than you. No fucking respect.
I mean, it sucks, man. There's just levels to this shit. I can beat you, but there's someone out there I can't beat in Tilu.
Half of them are fucking cheaters. But I can't beat anybody in TLU, especially on my friends list. I can't fight them, and I can't win.
Well, you got good teammates.
Yeah, amazing when I fucking think I'm good, and then I have my ass carried going fucking 2-8.
I've seen you do good. You have your moments.
Yeah, like a 1 in a fucking million moment. What do you mean?
I've seen you carry me, and I've seen you go second, like a couple nights.
How long ago was this? Because this definitely isn't fucking recent.
Like a week ago.
Sure that wasn't Odie?
No,
Or
that was
fucking
you.
T?
That was you. You're like using El Diablo or something. That was when you were using the El Diablo. El Diablo.
El Diablo.
And don't forget to milk the cows. Or at least make some cheese.
I really wish we could pick up these artifacts and hold them in our inventory, and that's, like, what we get. Like, because it bothers me that all the artifacts in this museum are almost filled, and I have gotten, like, 3 of them. Literally, if I look at my shit right now, I got, like, 3. No, actually, well, not true, but I got a good bit of them.
Goat slaver.
Some of them we've already gotten.
Goat slaver, come back.
Come back home. Yeah. Come back home, my boy.
No, I was thinking of like the Gary song.
What you mean, my boy?
Goat slaver, come
Gotta
home.
see it through. I know the whole thing behind that too.
What? The song?
No, what you mean, my boy?
Damn, son, where'd you find that?
Daw has earned a new friend achievement. Thanks, asshole. I've never been to the forest. It's muddy and I could get a blister on my foot. Yeah.
Dawes, has anybody ever told you that?
What?
It's muddy. I might get a blister.
More or less, yeah. No, wait, where you going? I wanted to give you this, knucklehead. Before it gets too... Come here! You're welcome. You ain't gotta run away from me so fast like a freak. She's running away from me like I'm some sort of freak. I ain't done nothing. Well, yeah, I ain't done nothing. Some nights, nigga, I swear I lay at night and just cry like a motherfucker. Have you have you seen that video? I'm guessing you haven't seen that video, huh? Where's Robin? Bro, where is this hoe? Harvey? Where'd you go, bro? I don't know. Trust. Oh yeah, I was trying to get truffles. Got to see it through, my boy.
You boys. You boys. You boys. Where's the other one?
The boys are back.
Where's the other one?
Get ready to get clapped. I'm gonna need that battery pack, I know it.
We got one.
Did you farm everything up?
The other one. Where's the other one?
Hmm?
3. There we go. Alright,
I don't know who to trust. I won't trust myself. Did you get every bit of grown crops? Trust myself, and yeah, as I swear,
You're so
for
fucking
the last
special.
time. I will trust myself with you.
I wish I was special. But I'm
Did you
a
grab? Hey,
creep.
did you grab up all the plants? Like I mean, like all the ones that were ready to be harvested.
Yeah. I put them in
Okay,
his. I
good.
put them in his shit. Except for the. I put the good ones in his, and I put the.
Bad ones in yours,
Yeah.
or the normal ones in yours? Yeah, that's cool.
That was weird. I was trying to open my phone and it wouldn't open. Like it was stuck.
I hate doing that kind of shit.
Listen to this. Listen to this.
Matt, did you always have a huge cock? Yeah. Just a guy who's into what? Like,
Did you hear that?
Yeah,
Matt, did you always have a huge cock?
yeah.
It's the fucking bravado he puts behind it though. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah.
Yeah. I wish I was special. Oh. Initial D. Initial D.
Alright, let's check the first day.
Well, that's either gone bad or she somewhat or somehow she poured alcohol into the hot sauce. Not hot sauce, salsa.
How are we gonna find rice pudding? Take everything from the inside and throw it all away. 'Cause I swear, for the last time, I will trust myself with you. Tension is building inside. The fire. Shh.
Oh, it's winter. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Kiss ass. You've only given me 2 eggs, you stupid fucks. You stupid fucks. Oh, I didn't feed you guys. I'm sorry, I'll feed you guys.
'Cause I swear, for the last time, I will trust myself with you. From the inside, throw it all away. 'Cause I swear, for the last time, I will trust myself with you.
Were you singing Sonic?
Huh?
You singing Sonic?
No, it's Linkin Park actually.
Oh.
That would actually be a pretty good song though if it was Sonic.
So apparently, the worst Sonic thing to have ever released was the one where there's multiple Sonics.
What do you mean?
Like it was like a movie or something. Or there's like colored Sonics. You haven't seen
Colored Sonics.
it? There's like a green Sonic, there's a yellow Sonic.
I haven't seen it. I think that like they buried that shit because it was so bad. But like I think that's what correlates with the skins that Sonic has in Super Smash Bros. Because he can change different colors. I know the one I like to use the most, other than just the normal Sonic, is the black one because that reminds me of him being Darkspine.
Darkspine?
Yeah, that's actually one of his transformations in one of the games. He turns into Darkspine Sonic.
Darkspines.
That's like Super Saiyan basically for Sonic. Because Goku didn't go Super Saiyan because, you know, he had a pure, like, you know, intent. He was like, he transformed out of hatred and rage, and that's what Darkspine Sonic's transformation is
Careful,
hatred,
man,
rage,
with
and
all
sadness.
that knowledge of Sonic, you might become the next Chris Chan.
I'm not gonna become the next Chris Chan, are you fucking serious? No, and there's a lot of people who know a lot more about Sonic than I do. Honest. Some of them are probably freaks, like super freaks that draw like Sonic hentai, and it's kind of weird.
I don't know what's scarier, Sonic Freak or Super Mario Freak.
I don't know either.
Like
I get really scared for both.
like Sonic
both.
is kind of freaky, but like Super Mario, there's like barely anything. If you know anything about it, like past the video games, dude, you're fucking weird.
I know there was like a show. There was like 2 different TV shows, a live action and a movie.
Yeah, there was a movie. I watched the movie because my mom was like, "Look."
It does not make any fucking sense.
It doesn't. It
At
totally
all, like...
does not make any sense. They tried to get Danny DeVito, but they couldn't, so instead they got a half Italian guy. Caucasian Italian guy.
Yeah. That's true. That shit was bad. That oh my god, it was awful.
And Luigi was just Caucasian.
Yeah, Luigi was not even half Italian. He was just full-ass Caucasian. The cock of the Asians.
Just like, Luigi, what do we do? Oh, I thought not Sonic.
I don't know, Mario. How are we going to make it out of this one? Fucking white boy
Luigi.
trying to be Italian.
Luigi, you sound different. No, man.
No, I'm not. I'm not sound different. I sound just same as Mario. Haha. Oh wait, that's not my real voice. Oh shit. Alright, I'm not Italian, I'm a fucking cock.
I'm not Italian. Time to suck cock.
I guarantee you that's how people are gonna insult white people. They're just gonna call them cocks. What's up, cocks? I really hope they don't, but it's probably bound to happen, honestly.
She's running away.
Have I sold sunflowers yet, Foo? No. Because I've been giving them to Haley so she'll love me.
She'll love you.
I just... She's really sweet. Damn, bro. I just want her to love me, bro. Oh, damn. Actually, how? How did I do that?
like we used to do. We don't have anything.
The shine.
I just found somebody kinda looking like me. Is there a good reason that you gone? Every night I guess we're fighting over wet food. Did you hear that? Did you...
Nice.
Don't want to know kind of dress you're wearing tonight. Oh, just right. The way I did before. 'Cause we don't talk anymore. We don't talk anymore. We don't talk anymore like we used to. You don't suck my dick anymore. Duh, you don't suck my dick anymore.
Yeah.
That'd be a cool twist to the song. Charlie Puth, make it happen. Hello, welcome to the boring broadcast, where today I mine rocks as I act as an idiot. The president will never suspect me. Okay, have a good time.
We need to figure out what we're building next from Robin. I gotta remember what I was supposed to do, because I know that was my job, but I can't remember what it was.
The thing I can think of right now is a mill.
That, a horse shed, a house upgrade, and some other shit too. There was just too much.
House shed is your side job. You know how to get that shit, right?
How to get the what?
How to get the hardwood for that, right?
Yeah.
I heard Goat was trying to get his. He's like, motherfucker, where is his hardwood? It's like, I told you. He's like, no, you didn't.
I could get the obsidian edge.
Why? You have the galaxy sword.
I know, I'm not worried about that. Like, for my item recovery.
Don't.
Shut up! Oh, and I hope you know that now that I've actually gotten the galaxy sword, like the sword itself from the freaky thing, if you come here to the Adventurers Guild, you can buy it.
The galaxy
You can buy a
sword?
galaxy sword. Yeah, you can buy a galaxy sword. It's right under the lava katana. But here's, hold on, listen to me now. Here's what it does though. It costs 50,000 gold. A galaxy dagger. There's more weapons. Remember, I think the best one is the next one I'm about to tell you about. The galaxy dagger costs 35,000.
Cool.
Right? This one's pretty good. It's got really good speed too, but it's not the best. Honestly, the galaxy sword's better. Now, the best weapon that I think in the game is the galaxy hammer. There's a hammer, dude.
Are you bullshitting?
I mean, literally this. No, I'm being dead fucking serious. A fucking galaxy hammer. It's like a big ass Mario mallet that like fucking crushes things in like a wide area. I think. It's got 5 weight, right?
It's gotta be an update. That's gotta be a new update.
No, like I saw this like a month ago, like way before we stopped playing. This shit's been in here for a fucking minute. But I'm being dead fucking ass. Once you get the galaxy sword, or I think if just one of us gets it, we can buy the sword from the dude, from the Adventurer Guild. And you can get a hammer just the same.
The sellback is shit though.
The what is? The sellback is shit?
Yeah. It's always been shit.
But say, yeah, you get like fucking doo-doo. Like you'll get like not even half the price.
You get like 500 gold.
Yeah, that's why I'm never selling the galaxy sword. Honestly, this is like one of the craziest things.
It's probably the least craziest of what you just said.
Yeah, that you didn't even know there was more than just a galaxy sword. There's 3 other
I
fucking
knew there
weapons:
was
the
better
galaxy dagger and a hammer.
weapons. I knew there was better weapons after the update that came out, but
You thought it was the galaxy sword, right?
I didn't. What?
That was the best weapon. The galaxy sword was the best weapon.
I thought it was the best base game.
Yeah, no, base game would be a fucking hammer, a galaxy hammer. That shit's insane.
Because Hawaiian shit, I'm pretty sure they added new weapons.
Yeah. I think the hammer, when you like charge that shit and you smack down, it like fucking stops everybody in place for a good minute. Like, I mean, these guys literally shit themselves wondering what just happened.
I think what we want to do is have different weapons though, so we can have different effects.
Yeah, so like, I'll keep the sword because I actually like the sword, and you can have the fucking hammer.
Bloop,
But
bloop.
you gotta get the galaxy sword first if you hadn't, but I think we have.
Oh, look at that, T's back.
This nigga. Vince, that is just too much pressure to take. I felt this way before. So insecure.
You want to play with T?
I don't know, bro.
I don't know, bro.
I mean, it's not that I don't want to play with T. It's just like I don't know how I feel about playing T
T
right
can
now.
buy this game. Like, he literally said, like, let me go up to the store when he couldn't find the disc. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Fuck, I got a fart. Okay. Yo, T, could you do me a favor? Could you buy a $15 game?
It's because I'm broke.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ugh. Ugh. Ugh.
Don't resent me when you're
Ugh. Oh, that fucking salsa hits.
keep me in your... and leave out.
Oh, 7-Up does not help.
You're just like, oh. It's just
Yeah, I've
making
been
it
like
worse.
working online and stuff, so like it's really slow.
Chica.
Shit, I wish I could buy myself a $5 game.
Oh shit! I forgot to feed them last night. They're pissed.
What if...
But we're out of hay.
What if I game share it to you?
Well, what game is it?
Stardew Valley. What if I share my account information with you?
I promise not to steal it. But honestly, I wouldn't really be interested anyway.
Okay.
What's what's it like? Well, I don't know. Yeah, we'll.
It's a
we'll
farming
see.
sim. I'm just saying, like, if you're having like a bad day at Tlu, you come to this game, you relax.
Yeah.
It's not
I was
boring.
gonna say, I'll see if like my
boring.
connection is okay.
You can always find something.
It's very engaging. It's just it's not stressful. Oh, I can't share play while I stream.
Dude, I almost had a
Play,
seizure playing fucking Vigor just a minute ago. You can ask Arby. I about fucking died.
What's bigger?
It's for... Nah, I can't say that. Huh, I'm good boy.
What?
He was about to say the naughty word.
The cursed word.
You're very, very
Well,
naughty.
I usually play like Red Dead Story Mode or this other game I've got called Warband, which is pretty fun.
I'm just saying, this is probably more relaxing than any of those games.
For sure. Well, we'll see some other time if like I can connect well enough.
I mean, you can
We'll
watch
share
my
play.
stream.
Yeah, you can watch it stream.
Oh, you've got it going right now, or what?
Yeah. I can't believe he left this giant fucking cock. Fucking goat, god damn it.
We had a... Really? Where are you going?
We have a greenhouse. And
Yeah, but I'm like a boomer though, you know. So, that game I mentioned, Warband, like it has the look and feel of like a PS1 game. It's very choppy because it's like for PC.
this
support,
is
but-
pixelized.
Oh, for sure. This one just kind of looks like paper, you know, low poly. But it's like I think the controls they translate really well, and it's one of those directional parry games where like somebody swings at you in one direction and you block in the same.
Like Doom? Not Doom. Duke Nukem.
Duke Nukem?
Something like that, yeah. It's like really old school. And like you
I
can
need
get on
purple mushroom.
horseback, and like you basically like just it's this it's like a virtual board game. It's a giant map and there's a cursor, and there's like a little horse which like represents you, and it has like a timer which represents like the hours on the day, and like you can get attacked by like bandits just moving around this thing.
Is it an
you know?
RPG game? Is it kind
Yeah,
of
it's an RPG. Yeah.
It's like a Dungeons and Dragons, but with an AI.
It's Dungeons and Dragons, but without high fantasy though. It's just straight medieval politics, and like you can go around and like befriend like kings and stuff, and like gain their favor.
Oh, so you don't
And, like,
actually do direct,
No, you like what do you mean?
like be out there? Like it's just management.
No, you are actually out there. Like you do fight. Like I said, it's like group parry. Actually, the whole point of it is to become like a warlord. And since it's like medieval politics, you can do literally anything. You can continue to serve one guy, you could like betray him and serve another, or you could just like try to take over the whole thing, you know.
Help me.
Where you at, man?
And
I went to
yeah, it's a
floor
really
10,
cool game though.
and I went to 11, and it's just skulls and demons.
Oh, fuck, you went there.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, but since it's like low
I didn't go
poly and
there.
stuff, like it's not too much to like render. Because I'm telling you, it literally looks like paper.
Then
Like,
where'd you go?
Go to the normal one. Go to the normal one. Go to floor 10.
there's like 80 NPCs on screen at once or something like that. It's pretty epic.
They probably can handle that.
And then like you can line up like your pikemen in the front, you know, and like archers behind them. And then like it's like it's all tactical
The
like that.
fuck?
And there's like a functioning like justice system. Like if you go around like pillaging and shit, like you
Skeletal
catch the
hand.
attention of like local kings, and they'll start sending like
Yes.
detachments.
An artifact
like-
that we don't have.
80 NPCs to kill you.
Prehistoric
Ooh.
skulls. So these guys will drop like skeleton shit.
Hold up. Yo, tune in on the stream, my guy.
All right, let me see. Fuck, I think I deleted Twitch.
No, it's YouTube.
There's a more cry. Remember, we already got it. It's over here. This is creepy. Like, why is it like this?
I think it's because we entered that other one.
That's strange, because this one's not like that. This one's got normal slimes. And
Yeah.
coal.
I'm trying to get. I'm grinding for slimes and bug meat so I can make the special bait.
Ah, nice. Oh, I hate these little assholes. Kill them. I know if it's like you kill all the enemies in here, you'll be able to find the
Yeah, T.
The ladder.
We're just asking because we, both of us have been playing this game for so long that it gets awkward just being the two of us.
Like, it's not really just because it's awkward, it's that, like, after a minute, like, I don't know, it doesn't feel right.
There's nothing really to talk about because we got like
Yeah, I've
everything
been keeping
planned.
my eyes on the sales as well, dude. Because if I were to like spend any money anytime soon on like video games, I'll probably just get myself a PS5 before anything else. Honestly.
I can't even pick that shit up, I'm too full of stuff. You want this cherry bomb, boy?
Would I?
But I'm also kind of like slowly starting to like just not play video games as much as I used to. And I don't believe in like buying a like emulator of a fucking boomer shooter every week, you know? Every time like you cannot can't buy back your youth, but like you can't buy back your childhood, you know? So like you guys like in the future, like you shouldn't buy like remasters every fucking year of like your favorite games when you're young.
Oh, dude, I learned from my mistakes
Just,
with
you know,
2K.
like they bank on your nostalgia and cash in. So it's like,
I learned my mistakes from 2K.
Ha, the ladder's already open.
2K's such a scam. Hey, that's rice right there. That's a rice plant. Duh, you want to pick up that rice plant? Nope, okay.
No.
I'm just saying, rice pudding. Mm.
Oh, you're gonna snatch that.
I'm in hell, I've got to tell somebody else. So
I can't pick that shit up.
Wake up.
I'm keeping the skeleton hand because it's an artifact that we don't have yet, and I'm ready to donate that shit.
Yo, for my creepy pasta reading experience, sometimes like I see people in the window just in the corner of my eye, and I just realize it's nothing.
Yeah, freaky.
You get paranoid like that, T? Like someone's outside your apartment?
Right here, bro.
no, not really.
Oh, you old man.
Cause like the neighbors have some yappy dogs, so.
Like
And the old ladies, man, like old Hispanic ladies are basically like natural fucking security cameras. They see everything.
Hey, let that one grow. I want the meat from it.
Piss off, fat boy! Get that cherry bomb if you want it. Boink.
You know what though? This one time, some chicks fucking stuck their heads into my window. I was like, what the fuck? That scared the shit out of me.
What, they stuck their head in your window?
Yeah,
What,
man, cause like my window.
Is there a fire escape?
There's like no, cause there's like a long driveway. And like like in California, like in California, like most buildings are built like flat, even if they're more than like one story. Like they're very like flat and wide, so that were they to give out in the event of an earthquake, like they would kind of like not cave in on themselves, but rather kind of like tilt over.
Alright, these assholes are pissing me off.
It's like, I guess it's like statistically has less of a chance of killing somebody. And yeah, most apartments out here are like one story, bro. It's like a flat. But anyway, yeah, the window's facing like this long ass driveway that leads out into the street. And like this one time I was like in here and I was lighting one up and like some chicks actually stuck their fucking head into my window. I think they were drunk. They were at like a party next door and like they were really drunk and shit. And
Like,
I could hear them like,
you wanna stay?
you know what? Actually, I think I may have been playing with you guys that day. I don't know. Maybe I mean that night. It was like in the night.
Aw, I
Like,
need that ruby.
and like
Fucking
yeah, they
free
just
sword
like
skull.
like I just see like a face just like poke in out of like the corner of my eye because
You're
I
like,
got the
ah, what the
TV.
fuck?
Yeah, I was like, whoa! Like I actually jumped in the seat and shit, and I got up and I was like, whoa!
That would have been
But
crazy.
then I
Fool.
heard one of them like fucking like pretty much getting mad at the other one. She was like, oh, why you doing that shit? You know?
It's like, don't stick your head into random people's houses.
I thought it was pretty funny though. I was
Ow,
like,
you
oh,
fucking
yeah. I mean, I was
douche.
just glad it wasn't like some crazy ass film.
Yeah, like some like, Jeffrey Dahmer serial killer bullshit.
Yeah. You know what? Oh shit! You know what? Actually, guys, recently there's been reports of like this serial killing very close to where I like in this place called Joshua Tree. It's less than like 40 minutes from where I am, like a 40-minute drive, and that's pretty scary. They found like 7 bodies up there on like a canyon trail, like all shanked up and shit. And they're saying that there's like a serial killer around California. Ooh.
Booga booga.
That's fucking scary, isn't it?
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah,
We're not
that's
gonna make it,
pretty
RV.
scary. He might, if we just go to sleep.
You guys know who Richard Ramirez is?
Richard Romero?
Sounds familiar.
Ramirez.
Richard Ramirez. Yeah, it sounds familiar, but I don't know.
It's like that serial killer that like was in court and like he started flashing all these satanic signs and stuff like that.
Of course, it's familiar.
He like killed like 20 something people. Yeah, he was actually active in the neighborhood that I live in, that I grew up in. But like 20 years before I was born though. You know, thankfully.
It's a nightmare on
But
Ellen.
it's fucking, yeah, he was pretty terrifying. Like if you look him up on Google, like you'll just see like his court photos and like he just looks evil, man. Like he just looks mean.
Mean.
Yeah, and just went out, like, he went out and publicly, like, called himself a Satanist and stuff like that. I was like,
Like Little Nas X?
no, not like that. Like, straight up Satanist. Like, he had, like, a pentagram, like, carved in his palm and shit. Like, it was crazy, bro.
Yeah, they should have like capped him the second they saw him pull out the bullets. Ding dong.
Yeah,
that
man.
bitch.
He's a pretty scary looking guy.
Yo, I leveled up in mining, level 9 mining. Pickaxe proficiency +1 and a new crafting recipe. RB, you want to know what it is?
My uncle, when he used to be fucking fucked up on his mind on every chemical known to man, I remember he was just hanging out in a fucking parking lot one day, and he saw this guy, and he said, "I'm gonna take his life," and he fucking beat the
Damn.
shit out of him with knuckle busters.
Your uncle?
Yeah.
God damn, man.
Your uncle killed a dude with some brass knuckles.
Yeah, he was fucked up. He's weird, but he doesn't think like that. But he was fucked up, and so he's like, "I'm gonna take this man's life."
Damn,
Wow.
man.
That's crazy.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
I just
the
leveled up in mining, RV, and my crafting recipe that I got.
Yeah, I
You wanna
did
know
too.
what it is?
What?
It's the crystallarium.
What?
The crystallarium. That's what I just got for getting level 9 mining.
Oh, the thing that copies your shit?
Yeah, the things that copies my fucking diamonds and shit, homie.
Oh.
Oh!
Did he get out of that one alive, Harvey?
I don't think he got caught.
Damn, that's fucked.
Although he did.
I was like, damn, you know,
He got caught.
it's crazy, man. I don't know what goes through a man's head, you know.
He's probably murdered more people than that, because they only tell you like half of the shit they do.
Oh yeah.
But
If they tell you everything, then they gotta kill you.
The first time he murdered someone was the first time he
I
got
had-
caught, because he was just a kid.
I had an uncle. I'd never met him because like he died like long before I was born. But like, yeah, he probably killed a few people in bar fights, just in bar fights alone. Of course, this was in Mexico, and who the fuck knows, you know, like. Hold on, give me a second. Yeah.
Damn. Okay, then we're gonna go to Robin's real
Yeah,
quick since you want to
so
be a fat cock.
fucking like this uncle of mine, he goes to a bar and I guess like he's got these chicks on his lap and like they belong to some other guy, you know, they're just being hoes. And like he ends up in a fight and like he nearly beats a guy to death. And like he beats another guy to death just for standing up to him. He was a real hothead, man. But like these guys I guess must have made it out of that one. Because after that, like I guess like some calls were made and like he found himself like in a back street and like these guys surrounding him and shit with like baseball bats and he took one to the back of the head and like I guess like his head like his brain started pooling up and like with blood and stuff and he just died. It's crazy how there's like two sides to that shit, man.
Yeah.
Well, because like the first time he murdered someone, he got caught because he didn't mean to kill him, but like he was like getting assaulted, and what he did was he like took the guy's tie and like fucking
Let me see if I could
he tied him up.
read you guys this headline I found. And again, this is like a month ago.
Ooh. Pretty recent.
Panic. Was it?
Go ahead.
Panic in San Gabriel Valley after 6 body turns up in less than 14 months. The corpse found near Amby Road and Dandy Boulevard on Sunday off the overpass on the I-10. January 31st represents the 6th body found in the area within 14 months. And it has triggered an even more intensive speculation that there's been a serial killer in the area at large. The most recent body has been identified as a woman, as have 3 more of the bodies previously found. Law enforcement officials have been accused of downplaying the discovery and intensity of the findings so as to not alarm the public of any sensationalism of a serial killer in the valley. There's more than likely misadventures in the unforgiving Mojave Desert that will never be found, but recently the string of murders leads to a serious case. 3 of the 6 bodies found have been identified and their families notified. Like, this is definitely a serial killer because they're all from like different places and shit, you know?
Yeah.
Like, fuck, dude. But yeah, the cops have been accused of like you know, keeping it low key. Like, oh my god, there's a fucking Jeffrey Dahmer going around.
It's probably some
And these guys are like, nah, it's just another fag.
it's probably some old fuck that's experienced life now he wants to try to do things.
They've all been dumped in the high desert though, and honestly nobody lives in the high desert except like rich old ass people.
So you think it's a wild serial killer?
I personally think it's like a serial killer, bro. Because, you know, when I was a kid, and it would make sense given the time frame and like what they say about serial killers, but when I was a kid, we used to find cats. We used to find dead cats like left on like this like runway for like longboarding and stuff like that, like biking, and they would have like their legs or their heads chopped off, but it very cleanly, as if with the blade. And I used to
So
tell
like it
my
wasn't
friend,
by like,
so like it wasn't chewed by an animal, like somebody like chopped this thing up and left it there, you know.
You can get your ass to Texas.
So I told
yeah,
him,
I was like, get the fuck out of there, man.
me and my friends were like, hey, you know, we would joke like, hey, there's a serial killer around here, you know, or he's gonna grow up to be a serial killer. Like, there's a little sick fuck around here, because that's how they start, supposedly. Like, you know.
Yeah, they'll start mutilating animals and then they go for people.
I don't know. A serial killer once
We were
said-
like 12 or 13 at the time, so you know, it makes sense. Yeah, I should get the fuck out of here.
I mean, it can happen later. I mean, there's a serial killer that said, you know,
Imagine he just like crawls in through my window right now as I'm like talking to you guys and slits my throat.
He just dies on the spot. We're like, oh shit, now he's coming after us.
He goes through the microphone. You think you're safe?
You think you're safe? No.
that would be fucked up. That'd be like some what do you even
Ring
call
shit.
that? No, it's like that's like a twist on like the
That's horrible though, you know? Like, fuck. Like, imagine like going for a jog because they were all found like off like trails and stuff like that. Like, California's a big ass place, man.
Imagine going for a
And
jog with your
the LA
cat.
forest itself is really big. And they've all been found like up there. Somebody obviously dumped them up there and shit. And Jesus Christ, that shit must be fucking terrifying to find, dude.
RB, I figured out what we were supposed to build.
What? What were we supposed to build?
A deluxe barn.
Why?
And a deluxe coop.
Oh,
The barn, so we can unlock sheep and pigs and we can hold more, and the deluxe coop because we could get rabbits. That's what we need to get rabbit's foot.
we kill?
No, I think they do something special. And
Oh,
they,
we
it's
ran
just
out.
like,
Of,
here.
we ran out of hay.
Yeah, I know. We gotta get more of that shit. I don't have anything at the moment.
It's about to close. I might not make it. Oh, I need a horse. Horse. Nah, I just got stuck. It's too late.
But yeah, I gotta get a stable for my horse, which is easy enough. Shed is like the side project to
Damn,
where we
I
can
ain't
put
making
shit
it.
in. And I gotta have the mill. I think I was supposed to do a silo, like an extra silo or something, because I had copper bars, but I think I did everything right.
Fuck that shit. I'll
So
do
now
that
I know what I
tomorrow.
need.
I have a new project.
Me too. Take everything on the inside and throw it all. 'Cause I swear, for the last time, I will trust myself with you. Since you just feeling inside. Oh damn! I gotta get that purple mushroom to her.
My senior year, there was a guy who was having sexual relations with this 14-year-old that'd go on my bus.
Gross.
And I like put two and two together. And I was riding my mom, and I saw the girl like half naked outside.
Was it top or bottom? Like, this is not like some
Like, you're
weird
saying
shit,
like
but
half
like,
naked, like, you mean,
yeah.
like,
Was it
with a little
bad,
bit
bad, or
on,
was it
or-
like bad?
Like tank top and thong.
Oh, okay. See, so that's not that bad, but like if she's just walking around with her titties hanging out, then we got a problem.
Dude, it's tank top and a thong, and like the police are everywhere.
Well, no shit, dummy, but like still, at least it wasn't like, disgusting.
She was like covering up.
Yeah. You know, man, the things I've seen downtown, honestly, I believe like most major like American cities west of the Mississippi are probably like the most fucking degenerate places. Because
Yeah.
it's mostly just built with like oil baron and like gangster money, you know? Like Las Vegas was literally founded by like the mob. So they could gamble. And like, yeah, dude, I've seen some fucked shit out here. I think my friend actually sent me like a video that he himself had recorded. He posted it to Facebook, and it's just some like, there's just some black guy like butt naked walking around LA street.
Yeah. I had a friend of mine, she went up to Las Vegas for like a couple days or maybe a week. I don't remember how long it was. But I swear, like, the literal, like, I think second day she was there, she was like, when you wake up fucking destroyed and you don't even remember who these two guys are, and these guys were like buff shits, and I was like, damn, I'm surprised you're not dead. I don't know how you're not fucking dead. And she's
It's a super
she's like one of
degenerate
those like
place,
short, like stout kind of girls, but she's like 5'5" or some shit like that. So she's not short, but she's not stupid tall.
Yeah, man. When I went out there, thankfully we stayed with like some friends of our family,
Yeah.
and it was nice because they actually lived in the desert. And, like,
Mm-hmm.
we were just like free, you know, we're chilling out there having like beers and shit, just hanging out. Nobody bugging.
Let me tell you something, bro. People who
Like
live
I'm
out in the
not used
fucking
to that and
desert,
stuff, you know.
yeah. People who live out in the desert, I swear to God, can come to like, somewhere like, east of the Mississippi, and they'll be like astounded.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really pretty here. I even sometimes like I'll be driving around just looking at the side of the road,
I
like
mean
when I
the
can.
desert is also really beautiful, man.
I've seen really really pretty pictures of the desert.
Yeah, the Mojave itself on the way over there. Most people take the long way just because it's more scenic and shit, you know. I mean, there's like at least like 4 or 6 different routes that'll take you around Vegas. But I never like to go directly there. But when you're on your way there and shit, and it's like mid-noon, it's maybe like around like 5 or gonna be 6, and you just see like the sun setting over like the edge of just the sand and like the dirt, and it like the sky kind of turned like purple, and then like the next day when it's rising, like the sun, it's really weird, man. It's like red,
Yeah.
like the sun turns red and shit. It's really fucking weird.
I don't know who to trust.
The thing I couldn't handle when I was out there was the fucking sidewalks in the city, man.
Ew.
The sidewalks were like bleached, like because of the sun. So like
Yeah.
it was just like this light shining under your eyes, even in bright daylight. Like I was fucking squinting like 20% of the time I was there.
Yeah. Then you'll see some of these people walking around with their fucking eyelids like glued open, and they're just like, ooh, like they're
Yeah.
endure. And they're like, how? How would you even do something like that, man?
Yep. I don't know, man. I hope I'll be able to go out that way though, man. Because literally the last time I went to that part of the U.S. was when I was like 18.
Hmm.
And yeah, it was really beautiful to me when I went over there. Because like, you know, like California is beautiful too, but you have to go quite a ways out of the like city and all the rabble to really appreciate it. But I mean, where I live, like if you walk outside and you look in any direction, because I live within the valley, you can just see mountains, and like they're tipped with like snow in the later months. It just looks really beautiful. But I'd never seen anything like when I went out there, man. I've never seen something like that before. There was like fucking lily and poppy fields and shit like that, like big ass fucking like hillsides that were like parts of like estates and shit like that, you know. And there were like some big ass trees like lining the highways. I thought that was trippy as fuck.
Yeah.
You read about Skinwalker Ranch, right?
Yeah, I love hearing about that shit.
Mm-mm.
It's basically the most documented real proof of aliens.
Like that the government hasn't tried to seize and get rid of just yet.
The reason why the government can't get rid of it is because the people involved in it were a private organization.
Yep.
That's the only reason why.
Mm. My bad, my aunt came in.
Oh, that's cool, bro.
Yeah.
This bird has just discovered that golf balls bounce on concrete. He's absolutely loving it.
I heard a story
Right,
about
fucking made some homemade. Oh, sorry.
I heard a story about like a family on vacation getting killed by cultists. That shit's gotta be scary.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I remember my grandpa told me some scary story that like goes back generations, I guess, where he's from, because he like literally grew up in like fucking the hillsides and shit, you know, like farming and shit like that. His like his own chicken coops and all that, like rural people. And he told me some story about this guy who like he goes out in the middle of like a bad storm because he has to set up like this pitch in order to like to protect like some of his like crops.
Yeah.
Because it comes down really heavy down there. So like he goes across the field to do that, and he runs into his friend who he hasn't seen since the whole thing started, and he's like, oh hey man, like, you know, like I guess we'd better both get back home, or you know, he offers him like like to accompany like back home. And he's like, no, I think I'm gonna go back to my house. Actually, I was doing the same thing that you were. Why don't you come back with me? And like, I guess the story goes that the guy gets a bad feeling about his friend. Like, there's
Yeah,
just
yeah,
something
yeah.
off about him. And he's like, no, it's all right. I'll go back home. And he's like, you know, nonsense. Like, you should follow me. And like,
You should follow me.
and like,
So I
pretty
can
much,
murder
like,
you.
yeah, pretty much. Like you should like follow me home because he was telling him like, oh, you should come to my
Who
house.
says that though? You should come to my house.
You should follow
Well, I
me.
mean, because they're in the middle of like a storm.
Oh.
And like he's setting up like a pitched like tent like along the sides to like kind of soften the rain and not destroy like his, because they grow corn and all that stuff down there, but it's like a different kind of corn. It's like the kind that you find on like you ever had like Mongolian food, like Chinese food and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They have
yeah,
like
yeah.
those little baby corns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, so he basically they're in the middle of this heavy rain, and my grandpa's telling him like, you should come to my house so you don't have to go back to yours the whole way. And he's like, no, you should come over to mine, you know, like basically offering like hospitality. And but the thing is that when he offers that, he's like, I guess the guy gets like a bad feeling about it. Like there's something off about him in the way that he acts, like, or his tone, like it sounds like it's not him. And he eventually doesn't want to be rude, so he's like, okay, then let's go back to your place, you know. So he follows him like through the corn, and like he just sees like a thunder flash, and like as he's like heading towards this guy's house,
Is that not a thunder flash?
like, is it? Oh, I mean a lightning flash. Sorry, not a thunder flash.
I've heard stories where people mistake lightning flashes, but they're actually cameras.
Well, I mean, this story goes back since, like, I imagine, like, the 1800s or some shit, so. I mean, these guys are literally farmers, like, in the hillside, bro. Like, like, subsistence farmers and shit.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So he makes it to this guy's house, and this guy disappears on him. When that lightning flash kind of just blinds him for a second, and he sees that the house is destroyed. And he immediately runs back through the corn and back home, and like he like collapses in his home. Like he collapses in the living room. And when he wakes up, his wife is like serving him like some like hot tea and stuff like that, so he doesn't get like pneumonia or some shit running through the cold. And she's pretty much like, she's asking him like, where have you been? You've been gone like fucking forever, so and so. And he's pretty much telling her like, yeah, I ran into this guy and shit. And she's like, when did you run into that guy, you know? And he was like, yeah, I ran into him like whenever I went into that cornfield and shit. And she was like, that was only like less than like a couple hours ago. Like, that guy died, like, a couple days ago after some lightning struck his house.
Ooh.
Killed everybody inside.
That's crazy, fool.
Oh, it's one of those stories.
But it's just that he told me that that went back such a long time. Is what I thought was really creepy. Because he's like, yeah, this is my grandfather told me that, and he's like, that's my grandfather
550 wood,
told me
300
that and
stone,
shit.
500 wood, and
That was a
200
common theme though, like for the
stone.
old days. That was a
Yeah,
common
it's pretty
theme.
cliche, but I always thought it was pretty fucking creepy though. You know, you meet like your neighbor because like they're separated by like acres of farmland, and you meet him in like the cornfield and shit, and he's like, oh yeah, you should come over and shit. But like he's
You
like
should
I
come over and
guess
save my family.
to their like stereotypical like the way that they like tell he's like oh he sounded like a demon and stuff, you know, like
Yeah, like a
he had a
ghost.
deep voice and shit, which I thought was pretty creepy at the time.
I would too, bro. That's crazy. RB, what do you do with those blobfish things?
You sell them.
You just sell them?
You sell them.
Okay. I sold one just to get it on my list.
I don't know any other use for them.
But isn't that? Oh yeah, you said that's how you were making your big money, right?
I guess.
How much more stone do you have?
This is actually using stone.
I'm gonna try and get us that barn real quick. If not, I'll just go to the mine and we'll do it tomorrow. I put that the bug meat that I got like 11, and I put it in your chest, the empty one, all the way to the very far right.
I don't want to do wood like we did last time on our other barn because it poked out you know,
Got in the way.
it just poked out too much. Like it just made everything seem like a Factorio or some shit.
Yeah, I understand that. It's fun.
Like I want this to be like pulling your Ford to your farm.
Real quick. Ooh, I
Creepy
forgot
story.
I had all this
Think
shit.
of a
Right.
creepy story. Um, hmm. Oh yeah, there is actually I saw this like doorbell footage of like this guy going to this house, and he's like asking them to like open up at like 3 in the morning, and he's like asking them, hey, can you do me a favor real quick? Can you tell me if I'm alive or not?
What the
Really,
fuck?
he's like really freaky. He's like, I promise by God, by everything, I promise everything in my power that I will not harm you.
Fuck.
But please just tell me
Fucking
if I'm
scary.
alive.
It's probably really
Yeah,
high on
yeah,
something.
man. Probably was, honest.
Yeah, his shit was dilated like a
Oh yeah.
motherfucker.
Yeah, it was a good
I've
thing
seen
they
some
didn't
pretty
let him
creepy
in, man.
stuff of like doorbell
It
footage.
was so his eyes were so dilated.
I remember,
You could
man,
barely see
in
the
the
pupil.
like in the early 2000s, in the early days of like the internet, there used to
Oh,
be
the
this really
heroin
creepy series
Oh,
that
I thought you
was
were gonna talk about
called
the heroin addiction
no, I was
thing.
no, there was this series that like these like early like web developers put together that was kind of like a horror paranormal thing,
Mm-hmm.
and it was called like JK Cinema, and like basically it had like all these things that they had put together and like I forget a lot of it, but I remember they had like top like 4 like they're like verified like undoctored like photos that like I guess you could say maybe it's just a case of like people mistaking something for you know, but
But like, if you let your
basically these
imagination,
photos are not edited. Like they're very old photos, but they're considered like the most authentic like ghost photos, and like one of them was like this photo in like 18 something taken of like a road. It's like a test like photo that some guy took, and like in the photo you can just see the bottom half of like a wagon going down the street, and I guess he captured like this little specter that looked like a little child. Like it's just a little thing, like just frolicking across the street.
Hmm.
And like it's just unedited.
Nah,
And
but what you were saying, wait, go ahead and finish T.
oh yeah, and then there was this other thing about like UFOs and stuff like that. It's a good series, but I don't think it exists anymore. It's very old.
Yeah. Oh, I'm getting a special event. Hold on.
Sorry, I'm probably babbling about all that paranormal shit.
No,
I
no,
love
no,
it.
hold on.
I love it. More. More.
I was also watching like some pretty cool TikToks earlier, which I don't usually do, but there was this like really cool ones by this dude called Lights Are Off,
Ew.
and they're like little horror shorts, and they're pretty fucking like heart pounding. Honestly, they're kind of scary. There's like this one, they're like CGI edits, and it's like footage of like
Emoji?
these two divers, and they're looking at this big ass like those gulper fishes with like the light on their forehead.
Yeah.
You know what I
Mhm.
mean? With,
Yeah.
like the big like sharp teeth, yeah, and it's just like staring at them. And then like it starts like slowly opening its mouth, and then out of nowhere behind it, through like the murky water, you just see like another fish 10 times bigger about to swallow it.
Oh my god. It's
And
like,
like
oh shit.
and then like the diver's point of view, like he's backing up, like trying to get away, and like he looks straight down, and there's just another one coming up from beneath him, like in its mouth open. It's just like really fucking. I
Weird,
thought it
ain't
was
it?
pretty good. It's yeah, but it was pretty scary though when I first saw it. I was like, oh shit, I didn't expect that.
It was like, oh shit.
It was like a jump scare, but not jump scare. It was yeah. I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know how to explain it, but it was really good. It's well done. And then there was another crazy ass one where like these two astronauts are they're on a space station, and like one of them sees like the Earth like pretty much explode, and like all this debris like flying at him, and like one of them gets like flung into space immediately, and the other guy's like trying to hang on by like one arm. It's just fucking scary, bro.
Yeah,
You guys should
that
look
does
it up
sound
on
pretty
YouTube
freaky.
though. It's called Lights Are Off TikTok.
Ah.
Most of his shorts are pretty scary like that. Like they're all like, oh fuck, they're panic inducing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So am I confusing Stardew Valley with this one game where like you can land on different planets and it's like randomly generated?
Yeah,
That's
100%.
that's RimWorld.
Room. Yeah, I think that's the one I've played.
I have
I think I
RimWorld. It's pretty good. There's even a multiplayer, although I don't think that's RimWorld you're talking about because RimWorld's PC only.
That wasn't. It's because like I had like a couple of other titles, but my cousin let me borrow them. And I mean, he never really asked for them back, but I wasn't gonna hold on to them forever, you know. Actually, I was like, yeah, just give him the shit back. But I had that one like among a whole bunch of others, but since I don't have the physical disc, I got rid of a lot of data.
Nah, but like you were talking about just a minute ago, Arby, about the weird doorbell stuff.
What, did you see
Uh,
that too?
yeah, I saw that too. But no, there was a different one. There was one where this guy was laying in his bed at like 3 a.m. and his like ring like flashes and it's just like, hey, there's movement at your front door, and it's just this freaky looking lady with like all black eyes, like just staring into the camera, like she's staring into this guy's fucking soul, and like she knows he's there.
I
Like
remember,
it's so weird. It's just like she doesn't look human.
I remember this old funny fart where he has this haunted house. Like you know that old guy that lives in like the country, but his house is haunted, and there's this black figure that like, you know the one where like he's staring into his room, and there's a bed, and then there's a black figure like standing in the room, and it fucking like goes behind the bed. You know what I'm talking about, right?
I think I do, yeah.
And then it goes out the window.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, he has a whole series. The old guy's funny as fuck, but like it's just he just posts scary shit, and it's like scary.
I'll tell you, there's a good couple of creepy stuff that I remember seeing too. There's this one where fuck. This guy, I think it was like it was a hoax at first. I'm not really sure. I can't really remember. But it's this phone call of this guy, and he's looking outside, and it looks like this crackhead or somebody's like in his front lawn doing weird shit that shouldn't be possible. And like eventually, like, you know, about 2 or 3 minutes into the call, this guy's like, what is it, like, what's this guy doing now? And he's just like, he's looking at me, and then he blinks, and this guy's like at the fucking window. He goes from his front yard to like
Oh
face
yeah,
to face at his
I remember
glass.
that. That's a classic.
Yeah,
I know,
yeah,
the,
yeah. You
I know
remember
which
that?
one you're talking about. He's like, oh, he's outside and like he's explaining like he's got like a weird kind of movement, like he's pacing, and then he turns away, right, and then like he's like kind of like breathes heavily, and like he looks back and like he kind of like zooms up into it, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And then like the police are trying to get there, and the dude's like, the operator's like, are you alone in the house? And he was like, yeah. And then the guy on the outside could hear the conversation. He's looking at this guy with like the devilish looking smile, and he's shaking his head. He's like, no. And he's like, no, you're not alone. And then like the phone call, you hear this guy like freak out, and then he cuts out, and that's it. Like, that's it. Nothing
What?
left. I am creating an enchanted staff of phenomenal power. However, I am missing something. An iridium bar. I'm willing to pay 5 times the marketed value for it.
I remember a
Bring it
long
as soon
time
as you
ago
can.
I've seen this like thing that was posted on like I forgot, I think it was E-Bombs World or something like that way back in the day. But I guess like some guy captured like a fucking serial killer or like home intruder or something like that with his own
Yeah.
camera. And I guess he was hanging out in his own living room, and like he lives in like a northern state where like it snows a lot year round. And like he I guess he was like in his living room and he was testing out this camera. The whole post was like from way back when, but the moment he actually captured this was like in the 90s. So it's an old photo where like he's standing in front of this like those like double doors that like slide open, you know? They're made out of glass.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
he sees his reflection in it, and like he sees this other guy's reflection standing exactly in the same like position as his. So he sees a man inside his own reflection, and he's like, "What the fuck?" So like he goes outside, and like pretty much like there's nothing on the glass or anything like that, and like he's not tripping. But like, I guess what he hadn't realized, because the next day he took it to like a photo developer, because I guess that's like what they had to do with like the physical fucking cameras. So they took him to like develop the next day, and he noticed that he was right. Like there really was like a man, like within his reflection. But
Yeah.
aside from that, like in the photo, he could see footprints in the snow between his legs. Which means like some guy like walked up there, fucking stared into his thing, and like, like who knows, you know? Like that's fucking
Yeah,
scary.
that's freaky, bro.
What, so like on the other
Nah,
side?
there's a...
He may, I mean, pretty much there were footsteps leading it like directly there. You know, so like that means that the guy had been there for a while.
God,
But he just didn't
that
notice
just makes me
them.
want to turn into a freak myself, just so I can like. You can't be a freak. I'm a freak.
But like basically like the whole post was like nothing ever came of it, but like he just shared it on like a paranormal kind of forum on E-Bomb's
Yeah,
World a long time ago. I don't even think it exists anymore.
I'll tell you this one, and this one's actually it's true, like it's actually true. But first, this one guy got the story from an outside source, like from like someone who was just like, so I heard about this on this place, but Mr. Nightmare actually ended up getting like the actual person to send in the story. Like it happened to like this girl's like best friend's parents. Like I mean these guys were like
Right.
the best of friends, and it's about a serial killer. So her friend's mom and dad were dating, and they lived in this certain spot, and they went up to this pass or whatever. As it started to get dark, they were like, something's wrong, something doesn't feel right. I'm a little uncomfortable, and the guy's like, let's just go for a little while longer. And then in the dark, he trips over something, like he kicks it, trips over it, and they don't even give two shits to figure out what it is. The guy stands up, brushes himself off, and they fucking book it out of that pass, and they get home safely. So. Nothing happens to them, but a couple years later, they ended up seeing a documentary of Ted Bundy, and someone had asked him what was the closest time, like he had almost been caught, and he had told the story about how he had just murdered a woman in that pass, and right before he could bury the body, a couple walked up and tripped right over the body. And for some reason, just got up and walked away without even knowing.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I heard about that one.
Freaky, bro. That's some freaky shit.
That's a freaky shit.
For real, for real.
That's pretty fucked, man. Like I said earlier, man, like it'd be really fucked to find a dead body.
Yeah, I mean, like a dead body in itself isn't really that much, but it's what your brain makes you think.
Nah, a dead body's a lot, bro. I mean, I've seen a dead body.
I mean,
And not,
it's.
yeah.
I mean, it's really the significance it carries. I mean, just like your brain thinks like uh, this vessel once had a life form. Just like this was once a person, and now it's just an empty shell. Like a body is a body. It's what your mind thinks of it.
Yeah.
Because
True.
you could see someone dead and it's a piece of shit. You don't give a fuck. Like you might be a little shell shocked, but like you'll sleep the next day.
Yeah, I'll be like, yeah, man.
True. I did sleep the next day. I was pretty drunk though, so that probably helped.
Nah, it's like, but nah, I know what he's saying. It's just like, but if it's like something, that didn't deserve it, it's just like, I can't believe this happened.
I mean, nothing's really anything. I mean, everything's just a symptom, or everything's based on an idea. I mean, we humans give everything meaning.
Yeah. But for us, seeing a corpse, whether it be a human or an animal, it's just like, wow, that thing once was living, moving around on its own.
The human mind will still get
Shock.
yeah, you'll definitely
Yeah, I know
get
exactly
your blood
what you
pumping
mean, man.
when you see a
I
dead
mean,
body.
it is something that not most people really understand either. Because I remember this one time, I was probably your guys' age, when I was like out on the town with like, I used to have like some friends that were a couple years older than me. So they used to sneak me into like bars and stuff. And, like this one time we're out on the town and I've had a few and we're walking down this like main fucking street in downtown LA. And we're heading back to the bus stations, and we're gonna hop on a bus and get back to the valley where we live outside of the city. And on the way there, we're on like this is a really busy street, and I mean, just imagine like the biggest fucking like widest roads, like fucking 3-story like business and all that shit.
Yeah.
Hundreds of people on the sidewalk, and this fucking van full of like kids. They just kind of roll up to us and like pull a camera out and start recording us. I guess they thought like, oh, we're gonna go record like the people on the street, you know, and see their reactions and shit and put it on the internet. But we just kind of were like non-reactive, like me and my friends, like we're just like, what the fuck? Like it barely registered to us that they were even there. Which I'm glad, you know, we didn't give them a show. But the little idiots, for whatever reason, you know, they sped off. Like they straight up like fucking floored that shit. And when they did, they hit these guys that were on a motorbike. And I guess one of them died instantly because we saw him in the middle of the street and he was like all contorted and shit, you know? But he still had his helmet on. The
So
other
his
guy...
arms and legs and probably torso were fucked up. His head might have been fucked up too, but his helmet was
No,
still
he was
on.
dead. He was dead.
Yeah,
Like,
like he
his
was
From
neck...
the impact, it wasn't contortion, it was just impact, or
Like his neck was like, you know...
snap.
He was
180.
really contorted. And like the other guy was not so lucky. I guess his helmet flew off and he had been dragged by his face in the middle of the pavement.
Oh!
And we caught up to him and he was still alive and he was like twitching. And with whatever little strength he had, he lifted his head. And I saw that half of the skin on his face was missing and he looked like a lasagna.
I'm sorry for laughing, but the way you just said
Nah,
that.
I mean, that's exactly what it looked like to me, and that's when I was like,
that's so fucked up.
that's when I was like, you know what, bro? That's when it really put it into perspective. Like, damn, we're just meat. And like you said, Arby, it's just an idea that attaches a person to it.
His face looked like a fucking lasagna. I've never heard that one before.
It's still an important idea to cling to, an ideology.
That's pretty noble, man. A lot of people choose hedonism, you know, and they just think like, well, I'm gonna fucking
It's what separates us from
do all
from
this
animals.
and that, you know, just indulge in like fucked up shit. Because you
It's
know.
what separates us from animals. You have to cling to that.
I think that's why like
you-
religion's important, honestly, even if you don't buy into the supernatural. Like you gotta have like a set of like, you know, something. Or yeah, you'll be an animal.
You don't need religion.
Some kind of belief, you know.
You just believe in something. Like I believe in
Yeah,
God,
man.
but I'm not a Christian.
I mean, I am. But like
believe in-
sometimes I
believe
have
in
like my
God.
doubts about certain things.
I believe in
about
God.
But yeah, you know,
Christian
rest in peace
way,
to
but I'm
those
not a
guys, because at the
Christian.
time, I was much younger, but they, at the time, were probably as old as I am now. They look like some older guys, but yeah, that really sucks though, man. I just remember all the people on the street screaming, and like this lady put her hand over her fucking like daughter's face. She's like, "Oh my god, don't look, baby." I was like, "Fuck, man."
Yeah, her
Don't look
daughter
at
must
his
have been like,
face.
you know, yeah, don't look at his face. It's just like this girl's like 8 years old and she's about to look at this guy's face like a fucking lasagna. It's like, what the fuck
I was with some
happened to
buddies
this
of
guy?
mine, bro, that were like pretty fucking like tough kids, and like some of them started tearing up, and I was like, "Fucking yeah, dude!" Like, what a horrible scene, you know?
Yeah, and even some of the toughest dudes will cry at one point. It happens. You can be tough and be like, yeah, I'm gonna, and it's just
Like I said, the tough ones don't cry if they don't think about it. If you think about it, it gets to you.
yeah.
If you don't think about
Honestly.
it won't get to you.
I overthink too much, so
Yeah.
a lot of shit gets to me.
Yeah, well, that was a real eye opener, though, man. You know.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Crazy shit, honestly. Oh, nice.
Bunch of dumbass kids, man.
Yo, that's fucking
Bunch of
crazy, my
dumbass
guy.
kids in a hurry, huh?
Or yeah, a bunch of them acting retarded, like they got somewhere to be, like you said, or just them being retarded, thinking, "Oh man, fuck these guys, they're not doing what we want."
I think they were trying to get like fucking famous on the internet or something like that because they were going around. I assuming because me and the homies were stumbling because we'd had a few, so I guess they thought like, okay, we're gonna drive up to these guys unsuspectingly and like,
Fuck with
see
them.
their reaction and like. But like we didn't give them one, so they sped off all quick and shit, thinking like, oh, like all giddy, like kids. And they fucking hit somebody.
Yeah.
But I hope that one guy lived. I mean, still get
He's
a
probably
face
got a
graft.
gnarly ass scar. Yeah, he's probably got a face graft and shit like that. I mean, if not, I mean, it probably did, but
Like
still,
I
it
hope
probably
he,
left a gnarly scar. He's like, yeah, I got a
the other
motorcycle,
guy,
right?
I
Fucking
don't
these
know,
guys
the
up.
other guy was in quite an unnatural
Holy
position.
shit, you will not be proud of that, dude. Just scars are just unless they're very minor, just like scars like that just make you so they probably make you so fucking paranoid about your body.
True, true.
You're just not who you were. You just start comparing yourself to when you were a kid. Perfect complexion, just world hasn't touched you, and now you're just this fucked up, mangled meat, minced person. Wishing you can go back in time and just fucking touch your skin and not feeling the fucking minced meat.
Fuck it. It's better than not having a face at all.
He might say that when he's had a couple drinks into him.
Nah.
Ah, they don't tell you the gender. Shit.
Yeah, I might be overthinking it. As long as he's got people in his life, she should be okay. But shit like that will definitely get you into a depression, man. I'm just saying.
No, yeah, it will, but I mean, like, after a while, you do have to think, like, well, could have lost my fucking brain.
I remember a
'Cause, I
story
mean,
about.
being dragged a couple hundred feet across the fucking road by your face, lucky to be alive, bud.
I've heard stories of like people, like kids growing up. They're poor, their parents die, they're left with their debt. They killed one like killed himself, and he couldn't do it. Or like he survived, and he's just crippled, so he killed himself again.
Fuck.
It's fucked up.
Oh well. Some people just take that way out.
I mean,
Oh.
seriously. I mean, seriously though. Imagine failing to kill yourself and you're crippled now. You're worse than before.
Damn, and now they'd probably be too too afraid to even try it again. I'm not saying they should, but still.
It just all adds on, man.
Yeah, dude, it just keeps fucking going.
Fucking sucks.
Nah, I know there was a video that I saw when I was, I think a junior or a senior in high school.
Yeah, who saw that video? I remember we were going to a varsity away game, and these guys showed me a video of this guy fucking landing on a spike.
Oh man, is that the one where like he's got it like up his jaw?
Yeah, from his pelvis to his jaw.
Yeah, it's
Now,
pretty cool.
yeah, I saw that one, but that's
shit,
not the one I was
that
referring
shit fucking
to.
rocked me.
Yeah,
That was
I
so
bet what
sudden.
fucking rocked him, cause didn't he? I think he died instantly.
One second you don't see anything, and like another nanosecond he's just fucking on there.
Yeah, that shit was.
There's no settling into it. It's just
No,
instant.
it's just there.
It's just
It's
instant.
like, where the fuck?
He doesn't even his body doesn't even react to it, dude. He just fucking sticks onto there like a fucking animation.
I can't remember what happened though. Like I know, like you said, he was there and then there, but I can't remember what happened after.
You saw that though, right, T?
I don't think so.
Oh, that must have been kind of our thing then.
No, but there was a video of someone who had committed suicide, via shotgun blast to the face. I mean, like, whole
Oh,
video, I
was
don't
that
even know
one
how,
streamer?
a thing, either, I don't know if it was a streamer, but, no, there was just one. I mean, this dude literally had a shotgun, like, to his face,
He was
and
like
you,
a
like,
beard, right?
huh?
He had like a beard and like glasses.
I think he did have glasses, but I don't remember him having a
What
beard.
is this story about?
I've seen this one where like this guy literally uses the cam like right on his PC, so it's like right there, like selfie fucking angle. Takes a
Nah,
shotgun to the
yeah,
face, and
this
like in
one
the
was, like, I
split
think a little
second, it
further
looks like a
back.
crushed. Nah, this guy's like straight up sitting at his PC, and he puts one at his chin, and it just turns his head into like a crushed cherry, bro. And it's fucking, it's the.
Yeah, it's brutal. It's fucking brutal.
I,
Nah, this guy, it was like poor quality, so it was like, it was a really botched blur, so it was even worse, like, and I mean, this guy, he didn't, like, he missed, he fucked up, because he missed, right? But, no, I mean, he died, but he missed his target, basically, because he, like, halfway, like, it was, like, towards his, like, you know, lower chin, like, to his jaw,
so he's
kinda.
still alive?
No, he wasn't still alive. He died instantly. I mean, this guy's. No, hold on. Let me tell you. So he fucked up, and he missed when he was going to shoot, because when he pulled at the trigger, it moved. So it went to like right under his neck, and it blew his whole fucking face away. I mean, his whole ass head was gone.
It's
It was
kinda
like
hard.
someone literally
it's kind of hard to stick the landing once you're dead, man. Like, right? Am I
That
right?
fucking
I mean,
sucks though,
yeah.
because that means that he
Fuck.
was like still alive and like still and like he was still like you know like aware that he had blown his fucking face off.
Yeah, no, I
How
mean,
would you
no,
even?
no,
I
this
can't
guy,
even
I
imagine
know
the
he
shock
didn't.
of that. Like,
No, I mean,
whoa,
look,
just blew my
T,
fucking
this was like a
face.
10 gauge. This
Oh
wasn't
my
like,
god,
you know,
dude,
some
that's so
small shit.
fucking oh my god.
This guy
10
used a 10
gauge.
gauge. Yeah, this guy used a 10 gauge.
That's
So, I mean,
basically
his
just
whole.
a fucking slug.
Oh my god.
No, like, he.
That's like the size
No,
of
I
his
mean,
fucking
I don't know how he
hand,
did
right?
it, but it was a 10 gauge.
Is that the size of his hand?
What do you mean?
10 gauge.
No, 10 gauge is.
That's
It's
just a
big,
shell,
but it's not
man.
that big.
Oh, it's smaller.
Yeah, no, but yeah, mostly 10 gauge, they use slugs, but this guy for some reason had a buckshot. I don't even know. Don't ask me why.
Why do you
I don't want to know why.
What do you think it felt like, guys? Like, you think it felt like a hot towel on your face?
I don't
Probably,
think,
I mean,
I
shit.
think it felt like nothing if he died.
No, I mean, this guy died instantly, but like,
I think
he didn't just
couldn't-
blow his head off.
I think he just couldn't feel his face. Like he couldn't. Like,
No, probably not.
like all the nerve endings fucking died, and his brain got
Yeah,
his brain
like
got
instantly, bro.
His brain got shattered, and like literally, it's like a fucking TV going off.
No, yeah, no, but T, the point, what I was saying was, all he wanted to do was just blow his, you know, his head off, and you know, he still might have a little bit there. Like, I mean, he's still dead, but I mean,
We're
this guy,
sick
like,
fucks.
this guy,
Oh well.
no, we're not. I mean, we're probably a little, like, you know, fucked up from seeing that, but we're not sick fucks. I mean, unless we, like, you know, jerk off to it, then yeah, then you're sick.
No, not that one. You idiot.
I mean, seriously, but no, I mean, just the, like, I didn't even know this existed. Someone literally was just like, hey, yo, bro. I was like, hey, man, what's up? He was like, yo, look at this. I was like, what's this guy doing? What's this a video of? Because, like, you know, back then, people used to, like, you know, show off their guns on YouTube. They were like, yeah, look at this bitch, and, you know, some of them would, like, cock them and load them, and accidentally, like, I thought it was, like, a fail where he shot, like, the ceiling or something. It was like, ah, shit, I'm gonna be in trouble now. Nah, this guy fucking, like, just drops it, and then, like, it shoots, and he's like, oh, shit. Like I said, he went to shoot, and he fucking missed because it dropped when he went for his chin, though. He was just like, I was like, wait a minute. Is it? And then all of a sudden, this guy's head was gone. I was like my fucking jaw hit the floor. I was like, dude, why would you show me this? He was just like, I don't know. Like, he was cackling. I was like, the fuck's wrong with you, man? This shit's not funny. That guy just died.
I think the first like gore video like that I've ever seen was one where like a deep sea diver got
How are
like.
you even able to see these fucking videos? Like,
And then these
Dude,
aren't even on the
because-
dark web. These are like on
because, like,
surface web.
When I was like, because man, when like, you know, like before you guys were fucking born, the internet was like the Wild West of like the internet. Like it wasn't as like sanitized and like all canceled and like corporations didn't crack down on shit right away.
Well, yeah, I mean, it wasn't even like that, but a couple years
It
ago, I mean,
was
like literally 2 or 3 years
it
ago, they
was
started doing
not it
that
was
shit.
way different back in the day. Back in the day, you guys know what Rotten is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rotten.com. That's the obvious one, but there was also another one called Ogrish, and there
Yeah, I don't
was
know
There's one
called yeah.
called now that's Run the Gauntlet. That's
Oh
like the
yeah, I
newest one.
know. But back in the day, people used to go to this one called Ogrish, and um, Morbid Reality, and another one called
That just sounds fucked up.
yeah, and then there was another one called Good Dreams,
Yeah,
Oh,
and
yeah,
that's
that's
fucked up.
definitely not gonna give me good dreams.
like basically Good Dreams was like it was real life news, but it was really fucked up news from all over the country, and they
Ah,
reported on stuff like serial kill, like shit that would keep you up at night. Good Dreams.
yeah.
So it wasn't anything graphic. It was just really fucking scary shit that was going on and shit.
It's like serial killer, like pretty close to your area. He's probably looking at you right now. It's just like the fuck.
No,
dude?
no, like real shit, like serial killer, like like strings of killings, and,
like stuff
murders.
they don't put in the news.
Yeah, pretty much. And
That
then
that they just leave in the case
Ogrish,
reports.
Ogrish was just pretty much like straight up like gore, but it was really fucking sad gore. Like it was like workplace accidents and stuff like that.
Yeah, you'll hear about that. Like this one dude got his fucking leg severed by a
That's
bailiff.
just pathetic though. That's not even sad.
And then
it's
Morbid
pathetic.
Reality was also gore, but it kind of
More
focused
personal.
on like gang and crime and shit like that.
Yeah.
The
So you'll
personal
see,
ones
yeah.
are probably the most fucked up. Was there a personal one where
Um,
people meant to take their lives?
I don't know.
That's probably
This
dark
was
web.
literally like
That's
almost like fucking
That's gotta be
15,
dark
20
web.
years ago.
Like people taking their lives has gotta be dark web shit.
Yeah, it's still
Yeah.
no. You'll find
Nah,
that on
you
the
can find the
web.
shit on the surface. Yeah, you can find it on the surface web.
I mean, you can find like
Dark web, you find worse
Saddam's
shit.
lynching and shit.
I'm talking about live videos though.
Yeah, like live videos on like stuff from like the dark web is like a lot darker than the surface web shit. So like watching some dude blow his fucking head off with a shotgun, that's like surface web shit, but like you actually have to kind of do a little bit of digging for it.
I think
Dark
that
web
if
shit
you
is
went
like
to the
watching some
dark
dude
web,
get tortured alive and then killed,
no,
like pouring
if
hot
you
lava in his ass.
if you go on there and like anything that they would put on there that they can't put on the clear web, you'd probably go to jail for or put on a list. I wouldn't
Yeah.
recommend it.
Tomorrow we're
Because
all
that would
gathering in front
include
of
probably
Mike's
like
house for a
real like
festival.
fucking rape videos and shit, you know.
Yeah, like serial
You guys
rapists
don't want
and
to
shit
watch
like
that
that.
shit.
Nah, I don't like that shit. I mean, I've seen that, like I haven't willingly seen it, but like, or accidentally. It's just like, you hear about it, and then you
I
kind of like
remember
visualize it, and then you see it in like
Ogrish
clips
used to
and
be
stuff.
really fucking. It used to be really fucking sad though. The kind of gore they had on there.
Yeah.
Ogrish.
Ooh, hey.
Oh, and there was another one called Albino Black Sheep.
Ugh, that don't sound right either.
Albino Black Sheep, and that one was pretty much like just gore to its most horrifying, bro. Like I don't know. Kind of
Like
grateful
some,
these things don't exist anymore, but I know that you can still find shit like that.
yeah, it's like that really, really gross shit. It's like stuff you wouldn't normally want. Honest.
Yeah. Like on Morbid Reality, there would be these videos of like a fucking speeding bus taking out an entire street of kids playing and shit.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Yeah. I don't think
No,
I'd be able to like.
this kind of shit, RB, I would be able to see it because like A, I had next to no like adult supervision, and B, yeah, it was like the Wild West of the internet. It's like I'd go to school and like I'd talk, like because not everybody had a PC and shit, so I'd talk to my homies and be like, hey, like any good like websites you guys know of and stuff, and they would, being the little shits that we were, they would lead me to questionable places.
Yeah.
Fucking asshole.
That's pretty bad though, honestly. Like shit, dude.
But yeah, that shit was crazy though. They were really popular sites back in those days because even back in those days we had a heavy censorship problem. And like people thought it was really important that no matter how nasty and fucked up these sites were, like that they exist. Because
Yeah.
otherwise, like, you know, people will just be
Out of
blissfully ignorant.
touch.
Yeah. But they used to put up a bunch of really like fucked up war footage as well that obviously the State Department's not going to release of like American soldiers like dying and stuff.
Yeah.
Like fucking
Probably
NATO
some war crime.
members.
Yeah, I like some
Yeah.
war crime shit, like watching,
Oh
fucking
yeah,
Chinese
dude! In
soldiers.
the early
Yeah,
2010s, when WikiLeaks was a thing, and like they started putting
live
up
leak and
like
shit
all
like
those
that.
videos. Yeah, well, LiveLeak had been around for a while, but I mean, WikiLeaks itself was the site where like the guy actually what was his name, Julian Lange or something like that, or Julian something, that founded the website. He's now he's a refugee like in the UK. He can't like the U.S. government wants to kill him because he founded it, and basically he posted videos of like during like the Obama administration and the Bush administration, the government had like drone striked like a whole bunch of targets, not giving a fuck what they were, you know, like just killing like people. And,
Yeah,
like yeah, it was big fucking it was big fuss. Yeah, but I remember that, bro. That was a big deal. That was a big deal, and like censorship and stuff like that.
they wonder why kids these days are so fucked up. That's because we get really early on what shit's like.
Yeah.
Like there is no
So
childhood
fuck.
anymore. Like you guys are fucking us up.
Yep.
Oh my god, stop spazzing, asshole. Nah, but like I was talking about, like I remember my brother was reading this book about, like, I think it was Chinese or Japanese soldiers destroying one of these other villages called Nanking. Like the book was literally called The Rape of Nanking. Because
Oh
these
yeah.
soldiers basically ran in there and fucking like ravaged the entire village, took like women and children, like females and stuff, and would like rape them, and
Yeah, I
then would
heard
like
about
kill all the
that.
men and the boys.
I seen a pretty sad movie about that.
Yeah,
Like
shit was
this like
brutal.
missionary. It's about like this missionary in China who like ends up at like a church, and he's only there to like collect like some inheritance because he's like a greedy asshole.
Mm-hmm.
And, like the same day that he's there, I guess the Japanese army attacks, and like they start killing everybody and like taking all the women. But they don't kill him because he's like a Westerner, so like they assume that he is like on their side and shit. Like they mistake him for a German,
Oh yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
like he basically like he lets them know that he's American and shit, and like that kind of puts them on edge. But like he's a missionary, so like they at first they don't have a problem with them, but like the whole movie, like he's just basically trying to figure. He's got like a whole bunch of like little choir girls who are like less than like maybe 10, like hiding in the same basement of like the church, and he's trying to like talk these men into leaving. And it's just a really intense movie.
Does he?
But
Oh,
yeah, I
so
know
he
what you're talking
dies.
about though. Huh?
So he just dies.
I don't know. I don't remember. It was a long time ago. But yeah, we had like a whole thing like
Shit, Arby, did we miss the fucking thing today?
It's still going on, I think.
I think it was like part of a curriculum on like World War II and shit when I was in high school.
Yeah. Nah, cause like no one's here, man.
Yeah, we missed it.
Damn. I don't think I even did anything today.
I finished the gravel path.
How long did that take you?
I guess I can extend it, but that would be it. I can do something else. Hold on.
I was like, you want to do that thing again or nah?
Nah, we don't have to.
Alright.
See, it mattered back then because we didn't do it as much.
Well, I'm still trying to figure out though, some of the shit we gotta sell and stuff. I don't know who
Alright, yeah, the gravel path's finished.
Nice.
Want to check it out near the barn area? Did pretty cool stuff. I saw a roach running around, but then I saw cats chasing after it.
Damn, dude, like, you cleared this place the fuck up. Like, damn.
What?
The gravel path, you cleared this place up.
I didn't do that much.
I tried to catch like a fish and I'm out of it because I couldn't fucking catch anything, man. There's so many fucking trees. Is there like not a chainsaw or something that we could use to cut this shit down with? I think you can use the tractor for that. Like there's at one point you can get a tractor and I'm pretty sure you can use that and just run over trees and it like collects shit for you. I don't know, I might be a little retarded, but who fucking knows?
I think probably the scariest thing that ever happened to me was I was a little kid. I was playing with a toy, and then I just started staring at my front door for like 5 minutes straight, and then all of a sudden I just hear like some noise just go shh, and I fucking like got on my back and fucking crawled backwards. What?
Nothing.
Yeah, I can't explain that. Like literally the TV was off and everything. I was playing with my Spider-Man toy. And I just stare at this door because I was thinking a little kid. Like I was a weird fucking little kid. I thought, you know how if you focus really hard, you can see like these dots dance.
Mm-hmm.
I thought there was something more to that. Like, what if I'm the only one to see this? What if there's like a dimension or some shit, and if I focus really hard, I can see people.
Yeah. I know
And
what you
so
mean.
I thought, if I stare at this front door long enough, I'll see something scary. But I stare at this front door for 5 minutes, and I just hear a shushing sound. I'm fucking scared as shit. Yeah, that's like, you know, I'm pretty privileged. You know, I can't really compare to you guys.
No, I remember like when I was younger, there was like so I had this shower curtain, right? Usually left the bathroom door open. We never kept them closed. But and hell, I still keep them open because I don't fucking trust bathroom doors being closed. But it was more the fact of that I had this shower curtain that had like it was like I was like 8, 9. So it had like these monkeys on it, and my fucking sister was retarded and cut like the buttons that were on the shower curtain. They weren't like, you know, supposed to be anything else. They were literally supposed to be there because it like it was like, the shower curtain decor. Well, this one monkey had a, like, probably an innocent smile, but the way I remember it, it had this freaky ass, like, evil looking face, like, smile. Like, it always had, like, like those wide ass open eyes that, like, psychos usually have.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had one of those, and I walked. Oh, it was supposed to happen Oh, it was supposed to happen today. Fucking idiot. Oh well. But, I remember walking past that bathroom one time, and I swear to God, I heard, like, the shower curtain move like somebody was in there. I don't know if someone was hiding in there or not, but I remember literally hearing the shower curtain, like, do that little whoosh, whoosh sound that, it does when you, like, move it. I remember hearing that. I remember stopping and just staring into the bath, like, no lights for, like, a good solid, like, minute and a half. And I remember, like, just, like, thinking, I turned the lights on and there was nothing wrong. I turned it back off and I, like, booked it away from there because it was, like, in the hallway. Like, it was a bathroom in the hallway. I remember just fucking booking it out of there. It was like, no.
You know what? I lied. That's probably not. What I said probably wasn't the creepiest thing. I forgot about it because it was my great grandma, but I remember. I haven't told my mom this yet, but there is a bench. There was like a sitting chair that my grandma used to sit in all the time. From like coming up the road to her house, when you're able to go to her house, she would sit on this. She would sit on this bench, and it's facing away from the road, so all you could see is her hair, her white hair. I remember she died. She just died of natural causes. She said that she was just standing and she just fell over and died.
Ugh.
And I remember when we went over there, and we're like we went with my grandma to gather shit, just mementos that she could bring with her. I think I remember seeing the white hair.
It's
But
kind of weird, bro.
I was little. That could have just been my imagination, but that was pretty creepy to me thinking it now. But yeah, that's pretty just fucking little kid shit.
I don't think I've ever had something like super creepy happen to me, but I did have a scare one time. I legitimately almost I almost had a panic attack because I thought someone was gonna kidnap me for a moment. Cause so it turns out that my dickhead, my old stepdad, the one who's an asshole, was fucking late picking me up from school. Like, I was in like middle school, and I remember where he wasn't far from the school because it was downtown. And I was like, there's no way it takes him this fucking long to get from over there to here to pick me up. And I remember my mom got on his ass for doing that, because at that point I was like, you know what, fuck it, and I started walking. And I get all the way up the hill and take a turn next to this real estate agency, right? And no one's around. There's not a single person in sight. And I get just past the windows to the store, right? And he apparently had been driving around looking for me, and for some fucking reason just decided to look for me when I started walking. But he fucking out of nowhere, like, I guess he was running, looking around for me just to see if I was like on the street somewhere. And I'm carrying this heavy ass French horn. I was like in like 7th or 8th grade. I think I was in 8th grade. And I remember hearing something. Like I remember hearing footsteps approaching me very fast. I mean, like this was fast as fuck. I mean, it was like doom, 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 and it got closer. And I turn around, and before I can see who it is, they're like almost right the fuck up on me, and I just hear them start screaming. And as you know, a like 12, 13-year-old boy, you know, not knowing what the fuck's going on, I swing my, like, the only thing I got in my hand that's heavy as fuck, and I swing it, and it, like, just barely, like, hits him, and I drop it and fucking book it. But but he grabbed my backpack to keep me from running because it was him, and I didn't fucking know it. But I remember screaming, and he grabbed me by my backpack, and I was like, oh shit! Like, I didn't really scream that, but in my mind, I'm freaking the fuck out, wondering, oh god, I'm really about to get kidnapped. And so I start, like, getting ready to, like, fight, and then turn around, and it's him, and he's fucking laughing. I was like, are you serious? Like, I had a tear rolling down my cheek. I really thought I was about to be gone. Because his asshole didn't want to pick me up from school, and I, like, was really ready to punch him in his dick. I honestly was very upset. Because how fucked is that? Like, you really think you're about to get kidnapped. Like, I'm never going to get to see my mom or some shit again.
I do remember some.
I'm, like, probably going to be this bitch's, like, you know, fucking kidnapped. You know, I'm probably going to get raped or some shit.
I do remember something.
Rebecca.
I do remember something that was scary to me, but looking back at it now, it was fucking hilarious. So I go to the corner store, not the corner store, but it's kind of like a cheap mall or whatever, you know, like Ross's or something.
Yeah.
I go to this store. My grandma was still alive. My dad said, I go to the store with her, and we're checking out, and I'm following behind her and shit, right? And we get to this car. It's not our car. And she fucking turns around, and it's not even her. I'm like, I'm like 9, and it's just like, what the fuck? And then I, like, go in, and, like, she's still there, just checking shit out, and she didn't even recognize I was gone. Like, it was, like, really weird.
I'm to get kidnapped because you're fucking oblivious.
It was really weird, too, because while I was following this woman, she just turns around and smiles at me like nothing's happening. It was like, what? And I just start fucking running. Like, I'm tailing this woman that I'm following, she doesn't even know that I'm following her, so she sees me, she just smiles, I'm like, you're not her.
You're not my mom.
You're not my grandma.
She's probably like, damn, this kid's lost and he's following me. I don't think he really knows who I am. Like, you know, he probably thinks I'm his mom. And I
don't even know what was going through her head because I just ran off as soon as I saw that it wasn't her. But she didn't even know I was tailing
her. She's like, oh, hello there, little boy.
Yeah, just that.
And you're like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Nah, you gotta be careful about some of that shit nowadays, because then they'll be like, oh, hey there, little boy.
Hey there, little boy. Hey there, little boy.
And then they'll fucking grab you and they'll take you to the car.
No, people aren't really pedophiles anymore now because of the internet. Now they're just, they just want money. Just like, hey there, little boy. Are all your organs still intact?
Yo, for real, that shit too. That's the mega shit right there, bro.
Are you ready to...
Yeah, I'll be ready. I was like, I could have told that story while we were playing, but honestly, I probably would have lost my train of thought, so thanks. But nah, for real though, like, this dude, literally, there's been plenty of times where this dude's probably almost gotten into a world of hurt because of the stupid shit he's done to me in specific.
I remember my church was in a scandal before I went there. Like the principal before the principal I know right now at my old school was involved in a sex scandal, cheating on his wife and embezzling money from the church.
And he was alright, so
Alright,
this
I'm
was
back.
who?
This was the principal of the school, but the school is also a church.
And he was in a sex scandal with who?
Secretary.
It's that typical shit. It's always the hot secretaries that are trying to fucking destroy these people. It's like, yeah, let me throw out my, like, you know, my flirty little skirt here, and you just, you know, look at my underwear for a minute.
My
and then
principal
they're just
didn't make
like,
that
yep.
mistake. He made his wife the secretary.
Then
That was funny.
how was he cheating on his wife?
No, I'm talking about the principal that I went with, but apparently the principal before the principal that I was enrolled with did the scandal.
Wasn't in the scandal, okay. I was like,
No,
damn, this fool really...
No, Mr. Raymond was vanilla as ice, baby. Did I tell you that story about I had a friend named Carlos who went to the same school as me, but also I was talking about this kid named Damian Bolster who was like 13 in 5th grade. So he got kicked out. Like he was doing really good. I was like, I was cheering him on because he didn't really get good many grades, but he was starting to like learn at like the last minute. But then he got in trouble for trying to deal weed. Oh, hello, Roach.
Should be me. Yeah, dog with 6 big slimy ass fish. Yeah, I got 2,000 G. Yes, sir. I really did need that money, on God. Because I bought like half the shit that we needed. Wow, I can't believe I won. Well, time to head home.
Damn, I just got a new TV for free. It's better than mine, but it's smaller.
Okay.
Did you get his ass?
Yeah, you heard him.
Ting, 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 got you beat. Hello, Roach. I love how, like, you literally were like, yeah, oh, hello, Roach. Gigging.
I just see him on my wall, dude. I'm just telling the story, and I fucking glance over, and there's this huge roach. Hello, Roach.
I don't know, which one do you hate more, cockroaches or spiders?
Definitely roaches.
I hate cockroaches too, but I hate spiders more. Like, some of those are like freaky as fuck looking.
I don't know. I just think they're easier, and you know they're smaller, so I can't see more of them.
That's the thing though, I don't want that thing crawling into my penis and biting the inside of my nutsack. Like, what the fuck, man?
Oblivious is. Oh, did you win?
Yeah, I won. I got 6 big slimy ass fish.
Yeah, I wasn't getting.
I got
anything in the
2,000 G
beginning.
for that. No, we get a hat.
I didn't get anything. I didn't win the competition.
Nah, but I for real fucking needed that money because I don't even have 10 G.
Oh wow, I got 49.
Well, I bought the upgrade for the barn and the pig.
Oh. I might get the
Singular
hammer.
pig. Huh?
I might get the hammer.
Do you already have the 3rd backpack upgrade?
No.
We need to get that deluxe coupe.
I honestly like I don't think the third backpack really is that important.
Yeah. think I drove a plane.
Hello, Governor.
He was like, oh fuck, we ain't playing this shit. We ain't playing this shit.
Oh yeah. So anyway, yeah, he got kicked out for rolling weed to kids, and so
One of the guys, or go ahead and finish your story. My bad.
so I talked to this guy named Carlos, and I was like, yeah, dude, Damien was so cool, tough though. You know, he was try to be a badass and all the time. But I remember he told a story about when he got his ass kicked by a bunch of kindergartners. And Carlos goes, "Yo, dude, that was me."
That's pretty funny. He's like, damn, let me tell you the one time I got my ass beat by a bunch of kinder, bro. That was me. Oh shit.
It's like, dude, that was me. That was me. We jumped that fool.
We jumped this nigga. That's pretty funny, honestly. This was about a year ago. This was actually when I was a senior, or like right before COVID hit. One of the guys that was in my class, his name was Jacob. This guy had some like heavy shit in his car, like I mean heavy ass shit. And these guys weren't, they didn't have a warrant to check his car. It wasn't even like, authorized to do a random search for shit. They just walked up, fucking found it out of nowhere. And so they tried to get him on it, but it was a wrongful search, and they couldn't arrest him. But if they were to arrest him, he was going to be expelled. But here's the funny thing: before that, he had just gotten out of detention or some shit, or suspension. Because he didn't like this one teacher because, like, I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know why they had beef, but because she was, like, really, really nice to me, but who knows? But like I said,
Deviant's just
I guess he
teacher,
was somewhat
dude.
disrespectful and he didn't see it at the time or some shit. And he was like, man, this bitch really just fucking put me in detention for no reason. And, all this and that. And I was like, well, damn, dude, you ain't gotta be like that, fool. He's like, nah, I mean, out of nowhere, I mean, I was just trying to tell her, like, this is how it is, and she was just, like, not having any of it, and just threw my ass in detention. I was like, well, shit, bro, it's crazy, fool. And then, like, literally not even a week after that, he almost got expelled, and I was like, this dude needs to get his shit up, bro. This guy's really finna hit it. No, that should be crazy though, for real, for real.
For real, for real.
I'll tell you about the story about how that kid thought he was gang and told this kid that he was gonna jump his buddy or some shit, and that kid told him to meet him in the bathroom so they could fight.
Dude.
And the kid who thought he was gonna jump this guy's friend got fucked up so hard that coins fell out of his pocket like a fucking video game.
I remember this kid thought he was gang and everything went well for him. I was like, what the fuck? Like, this guy was like so fucking annoying, but fucking girls were like, like fucking.
They're like, oh my god, Jonathan is so hot, and then it's just like what Jonathan really looks like, and it's that fucking chihuahua with a hoodie.
His name was Jaden. He was like,
all these kids named Jaden are fucking like crooks.
He was 14. He was 14, black, athletic. He was like, dude, I'd beat that motherfucker. I'd beat his fucking ass. I ain't scared of shit. And this kid, honestly, I think this kid helped me, like, able to tangle with super glue. Just the way he jokes around. Like, he never, like, outright, like, went after me, but, I don't know, he was into the whole, white trope, like if I reach into my backpack, there's probably a gun.
Yeah.
Man, I remember that too. I remember my senior year, going on spring break. I think this kid told me not to shoot myself. You remember that? I'm like, dude, what the fuck is wrong with you? I just said, don't kill yourself. Why would I kill myself?
Just
I'm
some
not
kids
depressed.
that thought they were gang.
Like, you make no sense. Why would I kill myself?
Yeah, I think that's
Man.
what he said.
Speaking of that, I actually one time me and a buddy of mine saw like this kid get instant karma when he tried to like step to a person who was older than him on that gang shit.
Yeah.
Like, we were in some part of LA, East LA, man. It's all Mexicans. And we're like taking the bus back to the valley, and like this fucking kid on the bus, man, he's really annoying, man. He thinks he's hard, and he's pacing back and forth on the bus, trying to dog everybody down, trying to see who's like, who's had enough of his shit, who's going to give him an excuse. So he goes up to this one guy, and he's like, "Oh, so what's up?" And it all starts the same way. They'll pretend that they're starting a casual conversation with you, and then it'll
They're
go
like punching the
nowhere.
balls.
It's gonna go nowhere.
Like,
and then
no,
they
this
fuck you
guy,
up.
this kid, when I say kid, I mean this guy's already, like, legally an adult, like, he was, like, 18, 19. Yeah, much
Yeah.
younger than me, but at the same time, he's much younger than the man who was, like, 30-something that he was, like, trying to check. He would be like, no, it would start off like, "Oh, hey, sir," like a real gangster, like, little gangbanger would be like, "Oh, hey, what's up, man,
You're
this and
you're
that."
like a kid until you reach your late.
And then
20s.
like, yeah, and then like when the conversation goes nowhere, that's when he'll like break the ice with like, he's looking for trouble. He'll be like, "Hey, what's your shoe size?" Like as if he's gonna rob you and shit. Like they'll test you. They'll see if you have the balls to like,
Tell him to fuck
like
off.
yeah. And like that's what he was doing to this guy, and the guy was like, "Hey man, well I don't have any problem with you or anything like that, And he's like, "Oh well," that's when he started naming like a gang and shit, and he was like, "Oh, I'm from this and that, and that and this and stuff, and like now you're in, like now I'm gonna fuck you up and this and that, and my hood's gonna come after you." And that's when the guy just kind of gets like a dead look on his face, and he looks at the youngster, and he's like, "Is that so, youngster? Well, I'll tell you what then. I guess that's what's gonna happen, but what's gonna happen first is,
I'm gonna beat your fucking ass.
yeah, he's like, what's gonna happen first, youngster, is that you and I are gonna go at it, and then after I fuck you up, I'm going to have to talk to my brother who happens to be from that gang you're claiming, and they're going to have to verify this. So after
Shit.
then he was like, so
After
what
I
I want,
fuck you up.
he's like, you know what? He's like, I think he basically told him like, I'm gonna fuck you up, but he's like, you know what? There's not gonna be any hard feelings between you and me after. He's like, but I just want you to know that you're starting two problems here. You're starting a problem between me and you, and you're starting a problem involving like a gang that will probably get your ass killed, And he's like, I don't care how the fight goes. I just want to know if like after I beat your ass, are you going to tell them that you stepped up to me and used your gang as an excuse? Or are you going to tell them that I walked up to you and said, fuck you and your gang? Because they're not going to believe that. They're not going to believe that I walked up to you and said, fuck my own brother's gang,
Yeah.
And the kid was so scared, bro. He was so fucking scared. He had no idea what to do or what to say. And it was just beautiful, everybody on the bus is like watching, like, damn, dude.
This kid's shitting himself.
I mean, that motherfucker probably got in trouble, like serious trouble with that gang.
Yeah.
Oh well,
That's
that's what you get for being a tough guy.
Yeah. Look, you can be tough and not be, claim to be a gang shit. Because, like, honestly, I don't know why being in a gang makes you tough.
Right.
But, like, I'm not gonna go out there and be like, hey, fuck you and your gang and get myself killed, honestly. I'm not that stupid.
It's just protection, but like that's why I like the prison system because like you put them in there. Just like how tough are you now?
Yeah, more or less.
You got your boys, and when you do got your boys, you got the crazies around you now.
Hell yeah. And
Yeah,
sometimes,
but
hell, your boys will fuck you up just to get
this
on the
one
crazy
time-
side.
This one time I did see the aftermath of such an altercation, though.
Nice. Or was it good or bad?
It was pretty fucking bad for that guy. But I mean, it's instant karma because I can already imagine it because I've dealt with motherfuckers like that before, man. Living in the hood and shit. But like, I had basically like I used to live in this apartment block, and like there used to be this one like fat guy who was around would have been around my age, like that I am now back then, and like. I came home like late one evening and like he's just kind of pacing back and forth, smoking a cigarette, and like he just said hi to me because we hadn't met, like new neighbors, and he looked kind of stressed. And so like we started talking, and he was like, "Oh yeah, so some guy came up to me while I was playing with my niece at the park, and he got into my face and he started telling me this and that, the local gang and this and that and shit." And the exact same thing I just said to you guys was what happened. Like, he came up to him, he tried to use his gang as an excuse to, like, press him and shit. But the thing is that, like, believe it or not, in the ghetto, when it comes to gangs, they do kind of have a sense of, like, a sense of formality in the way that they do things. Like, basically, it's an unwritten kind of thing where you don't bring that thing to the table when some guy you see a guy from another gang with like his family, like in Boys in the Hood when they shoot those guys up and then like accidentally shoot the kid. Like that doesn't really usually happen in real life. Like they try to keep all that out of it because it would be an even worse charge if they ended up killing like a child and shit along with the gangbanger they're trying to kill.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
in real life, like yeah, like they sort of have this thing where it's like you don't fuck with somebody when they're out with their family. But this guy was fucked with, like, while he was out with his niece. And, like, he told his older brother about it, who was, like, the son of, like, some fucking guy who wasn't even on the outside. He was, like, in jail. And all it took was, like, a couple of phone calls. And within, like, an hour of me, like, bumping into that guy and saying hi, a couple of his friends from the neighborhood, like, they fucking dragged the guy. They had already beaten his ass, but they dragged him through, like, this back entrance of the apartment block. I just laid him out on the concrete right there and started questioning him one on one, like one by one and shit. It was really fucking crazy, man. But they were like, "So where are you from? And where do you claim to be?" And this and that. And the way I understood it was that they did it like this. First, it was him and the guy, my neighbor. They threw hands at first, and they got down, and I'm pretty sure he fucked them up. And then after that, the rest of them jumped him. So he went on one, and he got jumped afterwards anyway.
Hey,
For
I
all
mean,
that
look,
bullshit.
I don't know if that counts, but like, damn. I mean, if he won that fight, then he won. I guess that they would have beat his ass even if he won or lost, you know.
Well, the thing is that had
It's a
he
pride
gotten
thing.
up to, no, it's when you involve a gang, you're involving a gang beating.
You're involving
Well, my
everyone's
point is
opinion,
that
right?
if he had gone up to my neighbor and said like, "Fuck you, I don't like you, I got a problem with you," then they would have fought, and then maybe he would have won, and then he would have walked away from it. But when he mentioned a gang, that's when the local gang has interest in this.
Yeah, alright,
Now,
yeah.
that's why he told him you're starting two problems.
About to
And
say
you
you're
know
starting a
what?
problem with me and you're starting a problem
Growing
with
up,
these guys you don't even know.
yeah, exactly. And like growing up, like there was a lot of like assholes like that would like start shit with you. And like when you show them that like you're not fucking scared of them, like they'll mention a gang's name, and it's like you have no idea what you're doing, son. Like when they find out that you're not really from their clique and stuff, and you're using their name, like you'll be in even worse trouble than if I had beat your ass alone.
Yeah. No, I got a question though about that. Like, what do you think would it would be like if, this guy, walks up to you like you're a problem or like, you're just like you try that and this guy, drops gang. Like he's just like, I'm gonna pull my gang up. It's just like, well, I don't have a problem with your gang. I have a problem with you. Like you still think the gang would pull up and beat his ass?
Um, maybe. I mean, were they to actually like
They shouldn't
hear about it,
they shouldn't like do anything drastic though. Probably just fucking whip him.
No, they don't because they always they listen to older heads. in that lifestyle, and they're gonna know like, oh, these guys are little cowboys, you know, they got stuff to prove, so they will never take their word for it when they say, oh, this guy was he had our mouth in his name, you know, he's talking bad about us, like. They'll never believe that. They'll be like, you just started shit with this guy, and then you said gang to try to scare him, you know, like
Yeah, and still, you think
they
they
won't
would like
believe
beat the
that.
gang member? Yeah, but like, do you think they would beat the gang members' ass for just spitting out their name like that?
I mean, maybe, bro. Maybe, because yeah, it is a pride thing too, like Arby said. But honestly, I've always found it very disgusting.
It
Yeah,
is. It is because because I could even see that mentality in fucking Last of Us.
yeah.
Like that's what I compare like the like I'm like where is this? Where is this?
I have,
This
yeah,
is so familiar.
I myself have had people like, you know, they'll get in my face, and then like when I'm like, well, what's up then? What the fuck do you want to do? Like they'll be like, oh, well, gang, and I'll be like, I've told motherfuckers before, like, all right, well, I mean, you're in my face, bro. Like I got a problem with you. I ain't got a problem with gang, you know, and shit. Like I'll just put that right out there. Like I don't give a shit about gang, dude. Like you're trying to
but I
fight
say
me,
this ain't got
shit.
nothing to do with them, bro. This has got something to do with me and
Yeah, you
you.
always gotta put that out there because motherfuckers will, if you beat their asses, they'll run off and try to claim like, oh, this motherfucker, he's trying to start it with all of us. You're like, nah. Yeah. When you get older though, I don't know. That's a young man's game.
Yeah, I
I,
was
have,
about to
I
say that's
haven't
like young shit. That's like stupid young shit that
I
shouldn't really
haven't dealt
exist in the first
I
place,
haven't dealt with
honestly.
that shit in a long time, and I still live in the ghetto.
Nah, let me tell you something crazy. My sister had a kid in her class who's actually a convicted murderer now, and she's about to be a junior. I mean, this kid,
It's
I
fucking
don't know if this
brutal.
kid thought he was super gang or not, but like, I mean, this kid, I don't know who he killed, but he killed somebody. I think more than one as well,
Yeah.
and he wasn't even in high school yet. I don't think. Like, I don't know how you get done in by some fucking middle school kid, but I mean, still,
Well, I
that's
mean, kids
brutal.
are capable, man. Kids are capable.
There's this hit in our school, in my senior year. There was this hit that was about to go down, but the guy messed up and he was running from he was literally running from the teachers, and so he goes to the cafeteria where he knows his girl is, and he literally fucking hands the revolver to his girl, and they both have to serve time.
Yeah, he got her into that, like
Just
as an
by just
accomplice.
by holding the gun. Like he told her like hit it and shit, hide it and shit.
Did she hide
Yeah,
it,
I
or
wish
did
she
she
got a
was she
fucking
just like, what the
press.
fuck?
I'm pretty sure she did.
Yeah. If she willingly hid a gun in a school cafeteria for her boyfriend, then she is an accomplice.
But I think
That is well deserved.
they found it because I think someone saw
She
it.
could have made a case. She could have made a case that like she was forced under like duress, but honestly, she'll still get time.
She got 2 years and he got 10.
Oh yeah, well then they definitely shaved years off.
Yeah, but still, 2 years in jail is pretty rough.
She probably gets
Like,
she's
Well,
probably yeah.
I mean that's a pretty rough crime.
well, who was this guy trying to hit?
I mean, like on average,
Dude, I don't even
like
know.
like if it's something like theft or something like that, like accomplices will get like a year max, maybe a couple of months, you know. But like murder, like you're lucky if you get any less than like 5
I don't know what he was
if you're
trying
an
to do, dude.
accomplice.
It's a fucking revolver. How are you gonna kill someone inside a school without getting caught?
I was about to
Maybe he
say,
didn't care about getting caught, man.
until he
He
did when he was
he,
running from
obvi-
the fucking teachers.
he
No, I
obviously
mean,
he obviously was caring if he got caught if he's trying to fucking give it to somebody else
when
to
you
hide
say
it.
hit, because I imagine like a professional or somebody who
Yeah,
who
or
was
like
in like a deep
silenced.
fucking thing.
Yeah, he was like in there waiting for this, like he was being
He
patient,
like
like it was a pro hit.
he probably had like he listen, if you're gonna hit someone, then you have a plan where you know
Yeah, it was
someone's gonna be
premeditated.
somewhere.
Because I know that
This guy had to be close to the person. I don't even know who it was, but I know
In
there
my
was
this
this.
is premeditated murder.
Because I remember back in like the late '90s, there was this. I don't know if you guys ever heard of the North Hollywood robbery, but
I
like
probably have. I forgot about it, honestly.
some guys basically like they got some tack vests and they put some plates in them. Like they just put like steel fucking plates into some vests and got like I think a couple like one of them was like ex-military and they had like some really heavy fucking like arms, bro. And they went to North Hollywood and they hit a bank and like they ended up getting into a shootout with police and killed like a whole bunch of like civilians and like I think like 10 police.
Hey, yo,
Like
Dar, you gonna
literally
start
just
today?
running around Hollywood, man, just shooting it up.
Hey,
And
start today.
Sorry, I was gonna tell you about I leveled up in forging. I got level 7.
All right,
I can craft whip.
I'm gonna end it here though. I still want to talk to you guys.
Yeah, all right. But I got warp totems to the mountains. I can craft those. I can craft wild seeds for the winter and tree fertilizer now. That's what I wanted to tell you.
All right, yeah. Yeah,
Yo, are we gonna do this tomorrow, Arby?
yeah, sure.
yeah, I was gonna say that those guys stole like jewelry. They stole like diamonds and shit like that.